Disney World bans third-party services as company issues cease and desist letters to vendors.
In related news, sharks have issued a cease and desist letter to those little fish that swim underneath them.
That's actually really funny. So you wrote this one, Marvin, but I'll read it anyways. Walt Disney World has begun enforcing a broad crackdown on unauthorized third-party businesses providing services on Disney property. The company issued cease and desist letters to multiple small businesses that had been operating inside its theme parks and resort hotels for years. The enforcement action impacts a wide range of third-party vendors, including photographers, personal chefs, massage therapists, stylists, and room decorators, many of whom built their businesses serving Disney guests during and after lockdown shutdowns in 2020.
I feel I need to point something out here.
Yes.
Disney does not offer resort photography for like family portraits. They do not offer personal chefs in their rooms. They do not offer, in-room massage therapy. They do not offer those kinds of stylists in the resorts or room decorators. So these were people that were filling a gap that Disney had. So they weren't like taking business away from Disney. I just wanted to make that known as we go into this.
Yeah. And as a person who's always trying to avoid the creepy stuff, I would imagine massage therapists on their own, I'd be real wary of that being allowed in hotels, because that also seems like it's in, I don't know. I
understand what you're saying.
Yeah, in that area, I know it's a family company, and I think they probably would have been in the right to say, we're not going to allow you to advertise massage therapy in-room visits the same way they're probably not allowing other kinds of in-room visits.
The only happily ever after happening around here is for our princesses at the end of their movies.
That's said in a way I wouldn't have said it, but I think it gets the point across. According to multiple reports and firsthand statements from affected vendors, the letters were issued by Walt Disney World Security and instruct recipients to immediately cease all commercial activity on Disney property or risk trespassing and potential legal action.
That was the other thing. Like, they were basically saying, like, if you continue to do this, we'll trespass you. You will not be allowed on Disney property. And a lot of these people that run these businesses are former cast members and just big Disney fans in general that wanted to make their career something adjacent to the thing that they love.
Yeah. Hammer Biotech's got a good question. I'm genuinely curious, how does one get a personal chef or room decorator in this context? Are there rooms in Disney that have kitchens? So room decorator, that's easy. You just need access to the room. Personal chefs, there are some Disney rooms, more on the DVC side of things, that do have kitchens in them. So there are rooms that do have some form of cooking appliance in them. So let's see here. We went in an area that the chat's getting a little spicier than usually goes. My fault. A cease and desist letter confirmed by Disney Security. It was signed by Linda Reed, Vice President of Walt Disney World Security. The letter cites existing property rules and states, for the safety of our guests and cast members, the Walt Disney World Resort property rules do not allow unauthorized commercial activities, and we must ask you that you immediately discontinue providing these services at Walt Disney World Resort, including at the resort hotels, theme parks, water parks, and Disney Springs.
Oh, what if you're a photographer, like you have a nice camera and you're just taking pictures of your family, like at the resorts? Are they going to be like, you're off operating an unauthorized business?
If it's your own family, if money's not changing hands, I think you're probably fine. I think the real
from being like, this photographer is my cousin.
Right. Which, that's always the easy way to get out of this. If you're a person who's willing to fib a little bit, you can probably, but I think they recognize all of these people. I wouldn't be surprised if Disney's got the kind of software that they know the identity of everyone who comes on the property digitally. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some tracking software that they've got akin to like the universal patents that we've seen, where they say, well, this is to track you so that we can make sure you get your order wherever you go in the restaurant. By the way, I still end up having to go pick up my food when I'm at Pizza Moon. So they aren't tracking me that closely inside the restaurant. It wasn't for customer service. So What they do have is a software that can tell where each individual person is anywhere on that property, or potentially if they've used it. I think they do use it. So being trespassed from the property, that's a really big deal.
They've been throwing that around lately a lot more than they ever have before as a threat. Like it used to be like you would have to like try to like climb the pyramid at Epcot to get trespassed. And now like it feels like there's that one guy who like was complaining to hotel staff about the fact that like I guess it was that nobody had come to like make up his room or something like that. And he said that, he could have had like a drug lab in his hotel room and nobody would have known, and they trespassed him for saying that. Like I remember that being a thing.
Wow.
Like this guy clearly just watched Breaking Bad and that was the first like thing that came into his head to showcase what he felt about how poor the service was, and they trespassed him.
I'll also point out that's I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was Dwight Schruting it there for Disney security and was like, well, they have informed them of a problem that could exist. And so they are informing criminal activity and therefore they need to be trespassed.
So it was something like that. I think they just ticked the person off and they were like, well, now we get to kick you out forever. Because Disney doesn't make it right anymore. They used to go to any lengths to make it right. Now they just kick you out.
Yeah.
But and I'm wondering where this ends though, Jonas, because they're doing this with like, first of all, I'm going to play devil's advocate here on Disney's side of this. Number one, I saw somebody had put in and I started that this might be an insurance issue, and it very well might be.
Yes, it is.
It is not safe to invite a stranger into your hotel room, whether they're cooking you food or whether they are taking pictures or whether they are, giving you a massage or whatever. That is not safe, especially when they are not vetted by the company. So you're kind of playing with fire in that regard. Now, the photographers that are like taking pictures of families in the lobby and stuff like that, I guess you can make the argument that they were, what do you call it? The
siphoning.
Or they were disrupting the experience of other guests.
Yeah, technically, but so many people are disruptive when they take the normal pictures. I'm of two minds about this. Like the massage therapy one, no, I don't think that's. I think that any hotel is within their rights to ban massage therapy or in-person massages.
Well, yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, like if you want to get a massage on vacation, go to the spa or go to like another spa off property or something like that. That's fine.
Or at least don't advertise that you do that at Walt Disney World.
But do you think this goes far enough where they start going after like Kingdom Strollers and like the stroller rental companies? Because they did ban EV scooter rentals for a while, didn't they?
Yes, they did. And, there are some elements here of just talking about some of the previous bans that have happened. Like they banned third-party tours, even when they're, people.
That I understand.
Right.
That one I get, like, because they sell VIP tours in the parks. So like, so I remember Lou Mangello used to rent himself out to do tours in the parks, but I guess, he didn't get trespassed. They just told him to cut it out, I think, and he cut it out.
Yeah, he would have been a dangerous person to trespass.
Well, he's
not dangerous, physically dangerous, but it would have been unwise to trespass.
He is one of their, or at least was one of their biggest, like free marketing publicity machines. That's why he gets so much free stuff. He was the original Disney podcaster, pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
they banned that, which is a big deal. Another thing about those third-party tours is there were disabled people who were renting themselves out in order to get automatic line skipping.
Yep.
Which, having known some people who were disabled and wouldn't have been able to, very much would not have been able to stand in those lines. They weren't able to do the parks when that when Disney changed over from DAC to DAS. I forget the nomenclature change there, but there was a brief period where they said we're working on this, and there was almost nothing available at the park. My niece wants to have graduation pictures taken at Magic Kingdom. How can she do that now?
Just you take it with your phone
very quietly. That's what.
Look, at the end of the day, like if you have like a new generation iPhone, like their cameras are phenomenal. I mean, like I have an iPhone 15. My wife's got a 17, and the cameras on it are like insanely good.
Yeah.
So, you just can't hire a professional photographer to come into the parks with you. So one other thing is Disney does a service. I don't know if they still offer it. They probably do. But you could essentially rent, and I don't think it was overly expensive because we actually considered doing it for like our engagement photos. And I have friends that did this for their engagement photos. You get a Disney PhotoPass photographer for like 30 minutes or an hour, and you go around the park and basically do a photo shoot with them, and then you get all the pictures. It's some package that they do sell. So, but that's in the parks. It's not at the resorts. The lady that was said the cease and desist letter, she was operating her business at the resorts, not in the parks.
Yeah. Let's see. Marie Jade with a great avatar. Many former fairy godmothers in training offer princess makeovers in hotel rooms.
I've seen some of those former fairy godmothers in training, and I would not want them in my hotel room.
The question that did come up, and I think this is an interesting one, is if you're getting married at Disney, are you allowed to have pay someone to come do your makeup? I think there's a difference here between people who are actively, I would think if you were one of the people who got a cease and desist, you probably shouldn't be one of the people to offer to do this,
Well,
but
I think
there's a difference between
they're offering. I think the problem here, I think, is that they're offering like Disney makeovers,
yes,
specifically.
Yeah, and I think they're advertising that they do work at Disney unofficially, and it's private property.
Now, by the way, things I would love to see them outlaw: the personal shoppers.
Yes,
the reseller. I hate these people when like there's like a limited edition popcorn bucket and you see some fat obese woman waddling out of Disney holding like 15 of them under her chubby arms. Oh, I saw that one time when the Figment popcorn bucket was happening. I'm like, why are you selling so many of these to one person? Or they'll limit it to 2, and so they'll bring their like family of like 8, and each person will buy 2. They're like, oh, we're buying 2 for our baby in the stroller. Like, no, you're not.
Way to use kids as props, right? So
I hate it. I hate resellers so much.
Yeah. Chef Eddie, they trespassed Marvin when he was found in a scuba suit next to the Paddlefish restaurant.
No, Chef Eddie, they never found that person. that devious criminal mastermind.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.